Well, it looks like this is where we're gonna start the adventure. So, straight diagonal, that direction, whatever that direction is. Sun is currently around about right behind me. Not quite, about way 6:30-ish. So not quite behind me. So, considering it's 11 o'clock, I'm guessing this is pretty much north-ish. And yeah, we're gonna go straight up here. So, basically, here goes. And yes, this is what I call doing a diagonal. It's pretty great fun. You don't really care what you walk into. You don't really care if there's pauses or not. You just go. And honestly, as long as you're not in private property, you're pretty chill doing this. It's great fun. It does require the occasional amount of, willpower, because you have to walk straight through brambles and shit like that. But honestly, that's not really a problem. Especially not for the more adventurous of you. So yeah. I 100% recommend this sort of forest walking. It's great fun. And I'm kind of going to switch into time-lapse mode pretty soon so that we can see where this takes us. Because I have no idea what's this direction. I haven't walked in this part of the forest yet. So let's hit time-lapse and see how this goes. Well, that was an interesting structure back there, and the first little tiny stream has been crossed, and the sun is still in the same position, as you can see by my shadow that's right there. So now it's basically a case of just seeing how far this takes us, right? And hey, to be honest, looks like the area is kind of nice. There's a bit of brambles. It's a bit rough, but it's going to be worth it, I'm sure. And yeah, we'll see how far this takes us. I think I'm going to slow down the time lapse a bit more for the next section, just so that there's a few more details taken into account. Rather than one picture every second, I'm going to go for 1.3 seconds and hope for the best. So let's see how this goes. Looks like I might have to change my path ever so slightly, because I can see civilization that way in the background over there, and kind of down that way as well, so I don't really want to go that way. So I think we're going to change maybe to a more northeast direction, maybe up that way. I'm currently running, I know, pretty much parallel to a road, so I think if I follow it up I might find something interesting. We'll see how this goes. So yeah, time lapse number next. So it looks like I just made it to a way more chill area. There's a lot less undergrowth here, so it's much nicer to walk in, to say the least. We have the occasional leaning tree, as you can see here. And yeah, it's pretty great big trees. Looks really nice. Let's hope the light is going to adapt. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, this is definitely a very nice area, to say the least. And yeah, I'm going to take you guys on video for a little bit, since I'm not trying to trip over stuff anymore. And let's see how this goes, because to be honest, it's pretty great fun. To have to like pass in the trees and everything here. I don't know exactly how far I'm going to be able to get in this sort of environment, because to be honest, you kind of expect the brambles to start again soon, which as you can see over there, they kind of do. But at least I'm back to the direction I was aiming originally. So I'm back to a north-northwest area. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I see the occasional mark of civilization. There's a wooden pole over there in the distance. So, I mean, obviously this place is civilized. We're right next to the city, but what I mean is that I don't really want to walk straight into someone's backyard. So we'll see how this goes, and yeah, back to time lapse we go. Well, this is definitely getting to a very nice area. As you can see, there's a quite large field over there in the background. So I'm not too sure what that is, but I'm pretty sure maps will be able to tell me that later. One thing I do know is that this is a quite cute little valley. Well, valley. I'm gonna call it a valley, whatever. There's definitely some very nice large trees here, of which these two guys over here, which are kind of growing in symbiosis, which is quite cool. They're kind of growing into each other. And yeah, there's the gateway right there. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to take that gateway, walk straight through there, and well, I have water to cross coming up, so hopefully I'll find some way to cross this without getting too wet. I don't specifically want to end up muddy, but it looks like there's the occasional log falling over it, so maybe, just maybe, I'll find a solution to not get completely drenched, or just jump over it. But then again, saying that, here's some rocks, so I should be okay. Let's just get this done. There we go, just crossed over. Nice. And yeah, it's quite an interesting area, to say the least. And we'll see how this goes, we'll see how far it takes us. Looks like I'm definitely in an area I haven't explored before, because I don't recognize anything. And least of all, that hill that's over there. I kind of want to go up to it, but I'm worried it might be private property, so I'm going to have to check that up on maps and see if it's private property or not. And then maybe next time I'll come back here and go that direction or something. We'll see how this goes, obviously. I mean, it's going to require another whole getting here and remembering how I got here, which shouldn't be too hard considering the fact that I'm walking the same direction all the time, but yeah, you never know. We'll see how it goes. So, let's go. Let's walk on the trunk of this guy. Thank you, dude. Perfect. Just absolutely perfect. And we can cross over onto this guy. Or should I go down that way? I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be interesting. Time lapse coming up again in 3, 2, 1. Well, that arch over there is just way too tempting, so I definitely think this is going to become part of a story at some point. To be honest, I'm starting to wonder why I haven't just narrated this entire thing. So that's going to be a thing very soon, I'm sure. I'll maybe come and do another adventure sometime this weekend or something, and just make an entire narration of it. So basically, imagine like LARP, live action roleplay, but with just a narrator, no players, just randomly telling stories of why things are like they are, and etc, etc. That's going to happen at some point. But look at this arch. Ain't it just beautiful? It's just waiting for an adventure to start here. It's just, yeah. And I mean, the environment's pretty good for that sort of thing too. Thank you, Light, for adapting. Please do. There we go. Perfect. So, as you can see, this is really a great area. One thing I do hope is that the video stabilization is going to be okay. I haven't actually checked any of these videos. I'm just filming right now with what tech I have, aka my phone. So, for one thing, we're going to hope that I don't fill up my memory too fast. Thankfully, I have a memory card with me if I need to change it over, but still, that takes time. But yeah, this is definitely an area for adventure. I mean, just look at these structures and everything. It's just, yeah, it's so great. So, hey, back to time lapse we go after I show you those very cool intertwined pieces of stick. Well, they're not sticks, I guess they're some sort of parasite. I really need to learn my tree stuff more, but one thing's for sure, they look great, and the sun is being nice and lighting it up for us. So there's another structure down there I want to check out, because honestly, this place is just getting more and more full of surprises. There's so many just interwoven branches and things that it's just getting really, really cool. I think we need to check those out. I mean, this whole area right here is great. And definitely down there. So I'm just going to take you guys down here with me, and we can see how things go. I mean, honestly, I think one of the best solutions for this entire video and future videos like this to come would be if I could just figure out a way to hold my camera without me having to use my hands, so I can actually use them to, you know, move branches and stuff like that. But other than that, this is getting pretty fun, to be honest. Look at this structure down here, it's just, wow. Look at this. It's just great. So, definitely worth checking out. And here's more of these weird bowl fruits things. I don't know what they are. To be honest, the only thing I'm worried about is one falling on my head because it would hurt. But there's tons of them. And yeah, this kind of reminds me of a area I was in recently. And damn, you guys won't be able to see this unless if I shut up. So I'm going to be quiet and try and get closer. There's a deer just over there. Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to see this, sadly. I want to try and run after him, but at the same time, it's not going to be worth it because he can obviously run faster in the forest than I can, so yeah, I'm not going to run after him, but if we can maybe catch up, it'll be great. There's definitely deer around here. I just saw him over there again. He's going to go up to that little hillside where there's a building up there, so hopefully he's kind of afraid of the building just like I am, and we'll maybe avoid it. I mean, we'll have to see, but it's definitely nice to know that they're around. It's not the first time I'm seeing them here, but it's very cool to know that they're definitely around this area. And hey, you never know, maybe next time I come here I'm lucky and I actually managed to catch a few on camera. That'll be pretty great. But that one was very cute. I think whitetail is what they call, because they have like a short white tail. It's kind of like lifted up. I don't know. If anyone sees this and knows, please let me know. I'm in a tri-state area, so if that helps, maybe with information. And here's just another stream to cross, so I'm guessing this is why he was here. It's because this is a good water point and it's pretty safe. Because yeah, unless if you're a city like me and you like walking in weird places, I don't think hunters would come down here too much because it's kind of annoying to get to. So yeah, I lost sight of him, so I doubt that we're going to get him on camera today. Sorry about that. And yeah, I will go back into time lapse. So there's a house up there that I kind of want to avoid. So I think I'm going to have to walk straight west for a while, just so I can get around that, because I really don't want to end up in someone's property. But the main road is just over there that leads into the forest, so I don't really want to go that way. So I'm going to try going this way, hoping for the best. I'm walking to this tri-state corner, which is basically the crossing between Delaware, what's this called? Delaware, Pennsylvania, and the other one, Maryland. There we go. I really need to learn my states, but that's the direction we're going. So I guess we'll have to wait and see and hope for the best. Maybe I can find some form of path that goes that direction. But there's definitely property right there, so I don't want to end up in their backyard. So yeah, we're going to go straight west for a while and hope for the best. I'm guessing that's going to be this way somewhere. It's kind of cleared out here at least, so, well, not really, but it's clearer than some areas that we've crossed so far. So we'll see how things go, and hey, you never know. Maybe we find Mr. Deer again, or Mrs. We'll have to see. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Back to time lapse we go. Okay, so I managed to get kind of away from the civilization area, or the house, and it looks like I have water to cross down here, and there's a tree trunk over there that I could use, so I think I'm going to use that as a bridge to cross over there, and then I guess we're going to hope for the best, because I want to go up that direction. And yeah, it does look as if there's more and more houses here, so it kind of bothers me. I think I'm going to have to go straight west for a little while and hope for the best. If I find too much like houses and stuff, then I'm going to have to U-turn. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to go down here and hope for the best. Hope I can cross without getting too wet, because going all the way to those logs gets me even closer to houses, so it's kind of getting difficult, to be honest, but whatever. It's probably worth it. I mean, I don't even know if it's worth crossing yet. We'll see. And, hey, hopefully no one's out and annoyed and, America with guns and stuff like that. That would be great, because I don't really want to have problems. But, as far as I know, this is all public property, so it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. I didn't see any, private property signs anywhere. As far as I know, this whole area is very much open for walking, so there shouldn't be a reason. I know that one's kind of supposed to stay on trails and stuff, but, I mean, I'm walking between trails. It's not like I'm going completely off trails entirely. I find trails pretty regularly and just skip them. Shouldn't be too bad, right? I don't know. We'll see. One thing's for sure, it's definitely getting fun. Finding all this water is pretty great, because that means that there's got to be animals around here somewhere. So, we'll see what we find. And back to time-lapse. Well, it does look kind of like I just found the end of Adventure Mark 1, because there's definitely some form of fence going down here. And, yeah. I think I'm going to walk down it, not through it. And we're going to hope for the best. It looks like there's more water down there to cross. So I might cross that and go into that section up there. I'm not too sure, to be honest. It is getting kind of interesting, but I don't really want to go into someone's property, as I've said many times before, so we'll see how this goes, definitely. And there's definitely a lot of private property around here, so yeah. And also, the occasional thing with lots and lots of spikies. Not my favorite. But it looks like there's an abandoned, piece of ruin down there. So I'm definitely going to go and check that out real quick. Hoping it's on the right side of the fence and not on the wrong side. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see how things go. And yeah, back to time lapse. Well, I sadly think it's time for U-turn. So sun's right up there. We're gonna walk that direction, and we're gonna hope for the best. Considering the wind, we should be fine for a while. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go back, because there's way too much private property around here, and it's starting to get kind of uncomfortable to try and avoid everything and not be in someone's house and yeah, all that stuff. I kind of wish there was maps about this and just telling you where you're allowed to walk and when you're not, like what areas are private property, which ones are not. But there isn't, so, or if there are, I don't know about them. That's the other option. Hey. But we're going to, brave our way through this again. Back down that way and see how things go. So yeah, well, you guys know what's coming. I just put myself in a stupid situation. Stuck behind a bunch of brambles, and I need to figure my way out. So I think I'm going to have to go U-turn. And the reason why I'm back on video mode is simply because there may or may not be rabbits around here. I think I saw a rabbit. Something small, cute little tail, not a squirrel. And yeah, it was adorable. So I kind of hoped that maybe he would appear back on camera, but I doubt it. He was over there somewhere. Like, down that way. But we'll see how this goes. There's another path down there, so I think I'm going to cross over to that one. Follow it until I find a decent path. And then hope for the best. Because as it currently stands, I keep on getting hit by brambles, so I might try and find a bit more of a path, but then again, that kind of defeats the object of going diagonal. So, we're probably just going to go diagonal. And this looks way too civilized. So let's get out of here. As fast as possible, just probably not through there, because that looks kind of bad. So, I'm pretty sure I can find something. Again, kind of sad I can't show you guys on video, and I somehow doubt that there's one of the time-lapse photos that was right, but there was quite a few deer down here. And yeah, looks like I'm definitely going to have to figure out where the property lines stand, because I think I may potentially have just been behind private property. I'm not sure, because to be honest, the sign is super old, and it's paper anyway. And secondly, I was behind it, not in front of it, which is kind of weird. So I don't know where it started or where it ended. But one thing's for sure, I better be careful. So yeah, I don't think I was. To be honest, I shouldn't have been. It seems kind of illogical. But, well, you know, with the whole not following paths thing, I guess it's kind of possible that I may have crossed over a property line without noticing. But then again, as I said, as far as I know, these are state parks. So, well, White Clay is a state park. So there should definitely not be any problem with walking around here. And honestly, if there is, well, I'm out of there anyway. So, yeah, you know, should be chill. But the deer definitely like this one specific stream, because I'm back to a previous stream I was at. And yeah, now I just need to cross it. So I just skipped ahead a little bit. I'm walking down a line of trees right here that has fence stuck to it. So I'm guessing that that's the property that I must have avoided earlier, the one with a big field. So I'm having to walk down that. And I sincerely hope that where I'm currently walking is also very much legal. But to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to try and get myself out of here as soon as possible. There's definitely a path going that way. So I kind of want to take that and, you know, get out of this area. So of course I don't know which side of which over that line is private property and which side is not. So that's pretty great. And there's more of these interesting ball things. But yeah. There's also a fallen tree which looks pretty great. So I'm going to go check that out. Hope for the best. Hope none of this stuff falls on my head, because there's definitely a bunch of dead trees around this area. And yeah, 100% hope that I'm not in someone's property. Sorry if I am to whoever this property is. I did not intend to be. But it's great fun. So, hey. Thanks for sharing, I guess. Kind of, maybe. One thing's for sure, it's cool. And it looks great. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Before I get out of the forest completely, I did just find a tar road, which honestly I do not know if it goes the direction I want it to go. I'm guessing it does because there's cars on it, but at the same time I'm not too sure, so that's where I was. And I'm gonna walk straight into that and hope for the best. Hope it takes me somewhere interesting. I'm probably gonna just check the map real quick and see if it does take me somewhere interesting or not, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I figured it out. Turns out it's kind of boring. Basically, this is the road that goes back to where I was coming from, and I somehow managed to get out of the foresty bit way faster than I expected. So basically, I had started quite a way down there and ended up coming out over here. So I don't think I'm going to go into there, not for today. I think I'm going to stop around here because, well, at least the video, I'm going to have to get home obviously, but I'm going to stop around here. And yeah, it was totally worth it. It was nice. So just for the last little share, the sun looks great going through these trees. It looks absolutely amazing. And I think I may have freaked out a runner because I was just randomly coming out of the trees and straight through brambles like, hi. So, needless to say, I was looked at kind of strangely, but sorry to whoever that was. I didn't mean to scare you, but I had to kind of get out of the brambles. So there's that. I will see you guys soon for the next one, and probably a narrated one. Bye!